Hello, I'm Elizabeth Hanks, and I'm going to share with you my reflection for today. Several of the daily readings in the past week from You Are the Beloved by Henry Nouwen have been about celebration. We have many reasons to celebrate at this time of year. In my own family, we have lots of birthdays. There is also 8th grade graduation and graduation from high school and universities. We can celebrate the prospect of the loosening of restrictions that were due to the coronavirus. This will bring about the limited reopening of Mass for our community. I am particularly excited about that prospect. Celebration recently have not been what we have expected them to be. The coronavirus has put a damper on large gatherings for community celebration. Our idea of what celebration is might have changed over time. Henry Nouwen offers a different perspective on the meaning of celebration. He writes, "When we speak about celebration, we tend rather easily to bring to mind happy, pleasant, gay festivities in which we can forget for a while the hardship of life and immerse ourselves in an atmosphere of music, dance, drinks, laughter, and a lot of cozy small talk. But celebration in the Christian sense has very little to do with this. Celebration is only possible through the deep realization that life and death are never found completely separate. Celebration can only really come about where fear and love, joy and sorrow, tears and smiles can exist together. Celebration is the acceptance of life in a constantly increasing awareness of its preciousness. And life is precious, not only because it can be seen, touched, and tasted, but also because it will be gone one day. When we celebrate a wedding, we celebrate a union as well as a departure. When we celebrate death, we celebrate lost friendship as well as gained liberty. There can be tears after weddings and smiles after funerals. We can indeed make our sorrows just as much as our joys a part of our celebration of life, in the deep reality that life and death are not opponents, but do in fact kiss each other at every moment of our existence. What Nouwen had to say about celebration brought the reading from Ecclesiastes to my mind. We hear about a chosen time for everything that happens in our lives, at both ends of the spectrum. When I got married in the 70s, there was a popular song with these words that was sung at our wedding. It is also frequently read at funerals. It was referred to by the minister at the funeral for George Floyd, as he spoke about the fact that it was time for change for racial justice in our world. The reading from Ecclesiastes goes like this: "There is an appointed time for everything, and a time for every affair under the heavens. A time to give birth, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to uproot the plant. A time to kill, and a time to heal. A time to tear down, and a time to build. A time to weep, and a time to laugh. A time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones, and a time to gather them. A time to embrace, and a time to be far from embraces. A time to seek, and a time to lose. A time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sow. A time to be silent, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war, and a time of peace. What profit have workers from their toil? I have seen the business that God has given to mortals to be busied about. God has made everything appropriate to its time." There is a time for everything. Just like time, everything in life is always moving forward and changing. Life is precious in all its polar opposites. We can celebrate them all. There is one constant in all of it. God provides that constant in the forward motion of time within our lives. That constant is the love of God and the close personal relationship He seeks with us every day of our lives. What time is it now for you? Talk to God. He will let you know. With God's grace, we can begin to celebrate every moment in time. Have a blessed day and a grace-filled week. God bless.